WHAS 11 Weather First.
Right now, live here on the WHAS 11 night team, here at 11 o'clock, we've got widespread rain across Kentuckiana at this very moment. It started in Metro Louisville at 9 o'clock tonight. And on this January night, we are warm enough that it is keeping the snow away. But there is confidence in our forecast that we will see snow sometime this week. And that's not all. Strong winds are on the way for tomorrow. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Doug Prophet. On this Monday evening, meteorologist Colleen Peterson is first up to tell us how long that rain you see all around me here is going to last. You know, JCPS went back to school today, Colleen. Rainy morning for those school buses?
Definitely a rainy morning and definitely going to be a wet commute. This is going to be pretty consistent rainfall all night tonight throughout the first half of tomorrow. This is a giant low pressure system bringing strong storms across the Gulf Coast and then snow in the upper plains. For us here in Kentucky, we are just going to see rain throughout the night tonight and throughout the first half of tomorrow. Looking at the radar right now, widespread light showers zooming on in Jefferson County. It's pretty light in nature. However, just off to the north, Scottsburg seeing a nice downpour across Henryville, so the roads are already getting wet this morning. Some light scattered showers off south of Louisville. This is going to be consistent here for the next few hours, and the wind is only going to pick up as we head throughout tomorrow afternoon. So the main impacts that we are going to see: heavy consistent rainfall, gusty wind, and snowfall. But that snowfall risk is going to be very low impact for us, and that's only for a brief window late tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. So the main thing that we are going to be concerned with is the consistent heavy rainfall and also the threat of some strong winds here in Kentuckiana. We do have a wind advisory in place. I will show you how strong those winds can be here tomorrow coming up. Doug?
All right, with a blast of winter weather on the way, now certainly a good time to download the free WHAS 11 app. If we happen to get any power outages with those sustained high winds this week, you can always watch WHAS 11 newscast live on that app. And remember to sign up for weather alerts from the First Alert Storm Team. More local news tonight. Tonight, police are saying a 30-year-old woman is responsible for more than one home invasion now in Louisville. Detectives say she's also the one who turned herself into the jail after badly injuring an 82-year-old homeowner in one of those break-ins in Valley Station. Tonight, we tracked down her address and found she lives just over 1 mile away from the latest attack on that elderly woman. WHAS 11 night team's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Addie Hill talked to neighbors in Valley Station again tonight. And how important were the tips that came into police in this case, Taylor?
Well, Doug, off camera, neighbors I talked to, they told me that they believe that their neighbors have been victim to some of the home invasions police say Jamara Curitan is responsible for in southwest Louisville. Some say they're going to even buy cameras as they fear for their safety.
30-year-old Jamara Curitan is charged with 3 counts of robbery for 3 home invasions in Valley Station on Hilda Court and Deering Road. Including her most recent crime, police say she admitted to breaking into an 82-year-old woman's home on Ridge Lake Drive in Valley Station late Friday night, brutally assaulting her, sending that woman to the hospital.
I think it's atrocious. I think that anybody that would attack an old lady like that deserves to be in prison.
Neighbors living near the home invasion asked not to be on camera. They fear for their safety. Some have lived in the area for more than 25 years and say things have started to change within the last year.
Well, if that was my grandma, I mean, can people imagine if that was their loved one, you know?
After Friday night's home invasion, Louisville Metro Police said they were initially looking for a man wearing a black jacket with a possible white or light gray hoodie and black pants. But after the community's detailed tips started coming in, police say Curitan saw the news coverage about the search for a suspect, and she turned herself in to the Louisville jail.
Even if she hadn't turned herself in with all the help we got from the public and you guys, we would have made an arrest today. We were close.
While some neighbors are grateful for the community's help, some are still looking to increase security around their homes, especially after learning Curitan and the elderly woman live just 3 minutes away from each other.
I know. That's what's scary. You got to watch out for yourself nowadays.
They say with Curitan now in jail, they at least have some relief.
And Louisville Metro Police say the elderly woman is expected to make a full recovery, and Curitan is expected to be arraigned in court tomorrow morning. In studio, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
Taylor, thank you. News tonight on the night team. Indiana State Police have served more search warrants as part of their investigation into the former Clark County Sheriff, Jamie Knoll. Indiana State Police confirmed that a warrant was served on or around December 29th at the home of the former Clark County Council member, Brittany Ferree. Detectives have served numerous warrants as part of their investigation, including this one at one of Knoll's properties in August. Knoll is being investigated for misconduct and theft allegations during his time in office. He has pleaded not guilty to 15 felony counts. The man charged with shooting into a crowd of protesters in 2020, killing a Louisville photographer, has now pleaded guilty in this case. Stephen Lopez pleaded guilty to manslaughter and 22 counts of wanton endangerment. The shooting happened in June of 2020 during the protests that were happening in Jefferson Square Park downtown. Police say Lopez pulled a weapon from a man and then fired right into the crowd. 27-year-old Tyler Girth, who was there photographing the protest, was shot and killed. As part of the plea deal, the court recommends a 30-year sentence for Lopez. In a statement, Girth's family said today, quote, "While nothing will ever bring Tyler back and we will never truly have justice for him being taken from us, it's an important step for Mr. Lopez to take responsibility for his actions and plead guilty to his crimes." A Bullitt County mother accused of killing her 2 sons has a new attorney after a court hearing today. Police say Tiffany Lucas shot 9-year-old Jaden and 6-year-old Maurice inside their home on November 8th. Detectives have previously testified that Lucas called what she did, quote, a mistake, and claimed that she was manipulated by the internet. The boys' family members told us today that they're going to be at every hearing to make sure justice is served.
Just want to make sure that the state or whoever, they know that the boys have somebody speaking for them. And I want her to see my face every time. I want her to see our face every time she come out that courtroom. We're going to be here.
Lucas is being held in the Bullitt County Jail on a bond of $2 million. The ACLU and Jefferson County courts are now working together to help nonviolent offenders resolve their arrests. They're hosting a series of amnesty days next month for people to come in and clear their cases with no fear of being arrested. The project will help those who can't make it to the hearings for various reasons, while also easing outstanding cases for the court system.
This is our goal, and this is one way to achieve that very important goal. Giving people who failed to make an appearance in court on a low-level offense a second chance to do the right thing is simply, as you've heard from the other partners, the right thing to do.
The ACLU and their community partners have raised nearly $300,000 to help clear debts. To sign up for the program, you need to go to this website, louisvilleprosecutors.org, and you'll have to appear in person on February 9th, 10th, or the 12th. You must sign up by February 2nd. All new on the WHAS 11 night team, Indiana's governor wants to improve childhood literacy with a controversial proposal for the Hoosier State. According to the state's Secretary of Education, 14,000 Indiana third graders could not read at the end of last school year. Today, Governor Eric Holcomb said he wants to start holding back those students instead of passing them on to the next grade. It's an idea Democrats say they have an issue with.
Data is clear around this, that holding students back overall leads to no better outcomes and oftentimes worse outcomes for those individual students.
While he didn't specifically include it in his agenda, Governor Holcomb says he also wants to address chronic absenteeism in the Indiana schools.
I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to realize that the less time you're there, the less you're going to learn. And at a very early age, this has a cascading negative impact.
Lawmakers have said they expect to address that during this session in Indianapolis. It kicked off today and is expected to last about 10 weeks. All new here on the night team, an anonymous donor in Harrison County, Indiana is making sure life-saving devices are available for all of the baseball and softball fields in Harrison County. WHAS 11 night team's Alex Dieterer shows us it's a selfless gift that will make sure a true difference maker is within reach when seconds count.
Thank you. There's no other words besides thank you.
Gratitude felt by Harrison Hospital EMS Director Jeremy McKim for a life-saving gift.
You know, I've been around this county for a long time. I'm a lifelong citizen of this county, and we have a lot of individuals that keep philanthropy in mind. And that's one thing about our community that's very rewarding, is that we have those individuals that are willing to make donations like this.
5 automated external defibrillators, or AEDs, donated anonymously for all the baseball and softball fields in Harrison County. A donation worth over $13,000 for nonprofit organizations in the area.
That can become quite cumbersome for them, so this was a great opportunity for them to get those devices.
Local Harrison County organizations now relieved for this amazing resource so their kids can continue doing what they love safely.
When these kids come out to play, we want them to have a great time. You never want someone to experience the worst day of their life. So having a tool there and the ease of access to it is just so incredible.
President of South Harrison Athletic Corporation, Jaron Decker.
So we work for the kids in the community. We want to make sure that they're having a great time, and having that ease of access and help just in case it is needed is incredible.
According to the American Heart Association, 9 out of 10 cardiac arrest victims who receive a shock from an AED in the first 5 minutes survive. The AEDs donated to Harrison County are the same ones in all the fire departments.
What you guys would start out there at the ball field, we can just take that and hook that to our monitors once the ambulance gets there and go on and continue care.
It's something you can't say thank you enough.
A generous gift that saves lives. In Harrison County, Alex Dieterer, WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
Harrison County EMS will also give AED training to all 5 organizations that got one today.